It's now time for What's Hot, where we talk about the stories that have us all talking.
Today we are joined by Susie Falk of the Falk Group Public Relations, and Jeff Wagner is back with us. Our first topic today, should airsoft guns be outlawed? There was a panic at Dodge County yesterday. 2 schools were locked down because of a person nearby with a reported weapon. Turns out it was an airsoft rifle. A similar lockdown happened last month at Carroll University in Waukesha County. I mean, these things scare people. If you're walking around with one of these guns, it looks like the real deal.
But how do you ban a toy when it's completely legal to carry the real thing in the same place?
Yeah,
see, and this one yesterday, look, I mean, I understand that we live in an area of heightened scrutiny, but this wasn't even on school grounds. I mean, these were 2 guys who were actually out in front of their own apartment complex, and they were taking these toy guns out of their trunk. Somebody sees it driving by, and next thing you know, you've got the SWAT team. I understand you got to be cautious. I might suggest that maybe the police should have sent a squad car or something to investigate before you lock down everything for a couple hours.
How about you put these things in cases?
But they're toys.
It's a toy.
They are toys, and so are fake hand grenades also. And there's a reason why we don't bring toy guns or hand grenades to airports, and we don't say the word bomb anymore at an airport. And I think we should be doing the same thing at school and on school property. But Jeff, I do agree with you that they weren't on school property, and maybe that this is an overreaction.
See, I grew up. The house my parents lived in was like 3 blocks away from Nicolet High School, and this was like 2 blocks away from this high school. I mean, this is literally the equivalent of you're out in front of your house and you're taking what turn out to be toy guns, out of the car. Yeah. Do you investigate? Yeah. Do you lock it down? That's where I have a problem.
Does this come from the the push now? If you see something suspicious, make sure you call. Don't ignore it. That kind of a thing.
So the pendulum is swinging this way, right? And eventually it'll swing back to the middle, as it always does. But right now we're being all hyper vigilant, and I guess I'd rather have people err on the side of being too safe than.
I remember the toy guns I had when I was a kid. They were the most realistic looking things you could get, and now
they're scary.
Parts of them are bright orange to let you know they're toys, and people are still being fooled by them.
Right. Yeah, and I'm not criticizing the lady that drove by for calling the police. And I mean, I guess I'm just wondering, do you send a squad car or do you send a SWAT team? Maybe you send a squad car first to see if you need to send the SWAT team. That's all I'm saying.
All right, coming up next, today's shopping list: toilet paper, cereal, wedding dress.
Check.
What? You can now snag an affordable wedding dress at your local Target.
Target has everything.
Wow, don't they ever?
Today's TMJ4, Chief Storm Team Forecaster, John Milan.
We do have great radar. We have a dual radar system, but the most important tool we have is our experience. We've been around here a long time. We've seen these storms come and go year after year. Great equipment, but our experience gives us that edge to help you stay safe from those storms.
Chief Forecaster, John Milan.
Storm Team 4, there's no safer place to be during severe weather.
Good grief.
I'm doing a duet with my new dance partner.
Bank Mutual is here to help guide you through today's troubled financial waters.
Which means our banking pros wear many hats.
We make it our business to know the needs of your business and to give you personalized answers to your personal banking questions. It's a goat. So give Bank Mutual a call. We'll keep you headed in the right direction. Bank Mutual, the bank you can really use.
These days, we shop a little smarter. We save our pennies. We hunt for bargains. So when we need new floors, we call Luna. They'll come right out with an amazing selection and work around your schedule and your budget. For a limited time, buy 1 room, get your second free. Plus, get up to $500 off. Keep your house and your budget rolling along. Shop smart. Shop Luna.
877-241 Luna.
At
H.H. Greg's Memorial Day sale, save up to 25% on appliances, TVs, furniture, and more. Like this Samsung refrigerator, $8.99. This washer-dryer pair, only $5.49. 55-inch HD TVs are an incredible $4.99. 19-inch HD TVs are only $99 at the H.H. Gregg Memorial Day sale. Save up to 25% and up to 24 months no interest. It's all here at H.H. Gregg.
Remember the dog days of summer?
Get Central Air installed my cider heating for just $19.96. Boom!
Enjoy your summer more. Call Cider Heating now.
Thanks for being with us on this lovely afternoon. Oh, yikes. Now, that's a sharp change from what we saw earlier, but you know what? That's a sign of how things can change around here in the clash of air masses, why some folks see strong storms in the south. Maybe that's all starting to make sense for you now. Now, as far as tonight, we're going to be clearing out the skies. It's going to get pretty cold, but right on that battle zone, check this out here on our Viper HD radar. Watch Oklahoma City from earlier today. By the way, notice west, there is a tornado watch here right now. Notice all of that rain that was just hanging around Oklahoma City. That green shading was a flash flood warning for them. They did not need to see any of that. And now tornadic activity to their west and southwest. They shouldn't be affected now for the rest of the night, but still earlier today, not what they wanted to see. And back around here, this is not what we wanted to see temperature wise. Look at what our average low is. Keep this in mind. 49 average low. Our high today so far 52, at least in Milwaukee. Remember the average high again? We're actually below the average low in Milwaukee. It's 48 currently, same with Sheboygan. But where there's been a little bit more sunshine, we've rebounded a little bit. Fond du Lac, one of the warmer temperatures on the map, 56 there. 61 in Janesville, they're also seeing a little bit more sun. So if we can get a little more sun around here, we'd help those temperatures. But some of us, that's not the case. But we are going to be clearing out the skies tonight. With the clearer skies, drier air, it means our temperature is going to be dipping. And that means some of us could see some patchy frost. I'm not talking about a hardcore freeze tonight, but still inland, don't be surprised if there's a little patchy frost there. Look way out to the west. There's our next slow-moving weather maker for this weekend. I'm not talking about a weekend wash by any means. Don't cancel your plans, but if you see a stray shower this weekend or maybe even a thunder shower, don't be surprised. There it is out to our west. But as far as tomorrow, it won't be here yet. It's just going to be dry and cool for our Friday. You will notice that. And it's going to be cold tonight as well, with our winds pretty much lightening up, skies clearing out. Means a lot of heat goes out into space. Middle 30s inland in Waukesha. But here comes that next storm system. Again, it's not going to just be hanging out all weekend as far as just a constant rain. If we do see a stray shower or storm move past, don't be surprised, but it won't ruin your whole weekend. Tonight, though, mostly clear, 38 Milwaukee and by the lake, Waukesha and inland, 35. That's cold with a little patchy frost. Tomorrow, 58 Milwaukee and by the lake, less wind, more sun. Waukesha and inland, 64 degrees. That's below average. Tomorrow night, increase in clouds and dry. Saturday, maybe a stray shower. Most of the day, all right. 58 Milwaukee by the lake, Waukesha and inland, 61. And again, I have a few raindrops for the weekend. That does not mean, Stephen Courtney, that you have to just stay inside the whole time. You might see a stray shower or thunderstorm roll on past, but most of the holiday weekend just going to kind of be cool. That's the only downfall, pretty much.
Well, at least we have 4th of July and Labor Day to look forward to.
Yeah.
Since this one is.
Now more of what's hot.
Again, we are joined by international get about Susie Falk and Jeff Wagner. Our next topic today. An 18-year-old female cheerleader from Florida faces criminal charges for her relationship with a female minor. The 18-year-old parents say she's being punished because of her sexual orientation. More than 150,000 people have come to her defense on a website called freekate.net. Complicated on some levels, but is it just as simple as parents being upset about what their kid's doing?
Well, yeah. I mean, look, I think we have to take a hard look at what we do with the situation where you have like high school kids who are together. Not that it's a good thing, but I mean, this is not uncommon. I mean, how many times just in the course of the last few months have we talked about situations where you've got the 16 or 17-year-old boy who's looking at 20 years in prison for, you know, having relations with his 15 or 14-year-old girlfriend? It's the same thing. I mean, sexual orientation, I don't think matters one way or the other. It's against against the law.
Because they've brought the law down on what if it's a male-female relationship as well.
Yeah, you know, I like to see that these lesbians are being treated as though one was a man, and they're not being discriminated against for that reason, and good for that. And I think as we see more and more gay couples coming out in the open, that we'll see more of these, you know, traditional problems exist in their world as well. I feel bad for her, though, 18 years old, and if she has a record, or if she has a sexual predator on her record that goes down to follow her, I think that's really sad. And I think in Florida they have something called a Romeo and Juliet clause, where, you know, hopefully that this won't tar her record. But
there are a lot of guys in Florida who have Romeo and Juliet convictions on their record that'll follow them till the day they die.
Sure, and I think, you know, I think that the justice system needs to look carefully at this couple. You know, the girl, the 14-year-old, is now 15, and my guess is her parents wouldn't have liked it if this were a 18-year-old boy. But you know, it's too bad, and it's sort of tragic.
All right, finally, Target. They've done it again. The Superstore's newest gimmick, bargain bridal wear, including $99 wedding dresses. The dresses will be available exclusively online.
You know what I call Target? Target's the $100 store.
Everything's around $100.
No, because you cannot get out of here for less than $100.
I got to tell you, though, I mean, it's how times have changed. But years ago, when I would be getting on my wife's nerves, I know people find that hard to believe, she would send me up to Target with $20. I used to be able to kill an hour and a half in Target with $20. Oh, here's a cassette tape, or here, it's a tire gauge. I love it. I love everything about Target. $99 dresses, I'd say yes to that dress any day.
Yeah, and I love these dresses. They're very simple, and if you really want to, you know, make a statement, you'd add some bling to it or embellish it somehow. But, you know, women, I don't think they want to spend $1,000 in this era on a wedding dress.
If you're, especially the woman that's paying for her own wedding.
Right,
and
those
doesn't have a lot of money, or the parents that don't have a lot of money.
And those are bridesmaids dresses. I mean, that's another point to make, is what you're looking at right now isn't an orange wedding dress. It's a bridesmaid dress. And those are $24 flower girl dresses.
You wear it for 7 hours.
Right. No, they're great and good. I hope women go out and buy these. Snatch them up. Hopefully you only need it once.
Not for everybody, but yeah.
and it's nice to see Jeff.
If not, $99 for a do-over isn't bad.
Right? It's nice to see Jeff Wagner get a little Carson Kressley on us today, too. We're taking a break right now while Jeff zhuzhes his tie, and we'll be right back.